broken. I was like, God, are you sure this thing is for me? But hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia. I'm an international student living and studying in Russia. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I love you guys and I see the growth of my channel. It's little, but it's something. Like I've always promised you guys right from when I was in Nigeria, I've always said I'm gonna make a story time on how I moved from Nigeria down here as an international student. So let's get straight into the video. Because of you guys, I literally wrote a lot of things that I want to say so I don't miss anything out. So if I'm looking down, you know I'm trying to get points, okay? So let me start with a little background story. I'm not going to bore you guys, I promise, and this video is not going to be so long. So my journey began right from secondary school. I know this sounds cliche, like, oh, everybody has always wanted to leave the country after secondary school and all of that, but no, I actually made efforts before leaving secondary school to actually, pursue my study abroad. And it wasn't through study actually that time. It was my dad and my mom that were planning it that time. We're supposed to move to the US, but it did not work out. One way or the other, it did not work out. And that time I had not even written my WAEC yet, so I was probably even still going to go and complete my high school over there. But as God will have it, they denied every one of us, and I swore that I was never ever gonna go to the US. But I know that one way or the other I'm still gonna find myself there, one way or the other. I mean, if it's God's plan. But I swore that time that I was never ever gonna do anything about the US. Anytime I hear no one say, oh, I want to go to the US, I'm just like, okay. My zeal for traveling did not actually end even after I was like, oh, I don't want to go to the US and all of that. I still wanted to leave the country. Not because I hated my country so much, but just because I wanted to fulfill my dream of actually studying abroad. I've always wanted all those things we see in the movies now, but actually the reality is not like that. The reality of studying abroad is not like what you see in the movies, like, living a good life, everything changes. Of course, I'm not living a bad life, but I'm just like, the reality is so much different. So let me not divert. That's basically the background. I did my BSc in Nigeria. I did my NYC in Nigeria. I'm trying to fasten this whole process up. I was like, I don't think I even want to go back to school even after my BSc and NYC. During my NYC, I applied to several places: Germany, China, Finland. It didn't work out. And one way or the other, I didn't even think about Russia. I started learning the language of Germany. I applied to schools and only one got back to me in Germany, and they rejected me. They rejected me, but I actually really wanted to go to Germany. Germany was a very, I don't know, there's still so many countries I want to visit, but now I'm already doing my master's and I'm so happy that I'm here. So moving on to how I found out about Russia. I found out about Russia through Instagram. I was just, when you search for some things on Instagram, it begins to bring you, the algorithm begins to bring you things that you've searched about before. So I was just searching about study abroad, and then one way that I came across one guy's video, and thankfully I didn't come here through him. I came across this video. I actually picked interest in it. I was like, oh, Russia, I've never actually heard of. Like, I know they had the war. That's the first time I actually heard about the country. I know that there's a country called Russia, but I've never put my mind to it that I will study Russia. No, I haven't before, in my entire life. I never knew I was going to apply here. So I texted this guy I saw on Instagram. I was like, oh, hi, I'm interested in this and this and that. And then he was like, oh, this is the breakdown. It was too costly for me, so I didn't go with him. So I went out to continue my research. If you know me, I can research, especially when it comes to social media research, I can do it. So I went ahead, looked for people that have gone there. I started seeing some videos. I started picking interest. I was like, oh wow, this country is actually beautiful and all of that. And then I messaged one girl like that. I met her on TikTok, and then she gave me an agent's number, and I contacted this agent. His fee was way affordable than other agents that I've been seeing. And I was like, okay, why not give it a try? And I actually did. I paid him the first fee and he started my application. He told me that in 3 months I'm gonna get my my letter, and this was around January. Yeah, around January. So the 3 months came and I could not even apply again. I told him I can't go anymore for the February batch, that we'll have to shift it to September batch. So we're like, okay, no problem, let's do it. And then I was like, I was looking for what to do at the meantime. That's why you guys saw me when I was vlogging my 9 to 5 in Nigeria. I was like, okay, let me just wait till it's time for the whole thing. So now I guess everything is adding up to you guys. If you have been following my channel from the very beginning, I guess you're joining the dots, connecting the dots I did. So September came, you guys, and I did not get any letter at all. I was broken. I was like, God, are you sure this thing is for me? But my parents kept on encouraging me. I was even shocked because my dad is the type of person that would be like, oh, these people, they've already scammed you, this and that. So I was surprised that everyone was being supportive. They kept encouraging me that, oh, continue this and that, continue. September ending came. I was like, okay, let me just try and apply again. I had to start all over again. I said things to God that I was not supposed to even say. Like, yet He still showed me mercy and brought me here. So I don't take it for granted. It's not so easy. It's not so rosy at the beginning, but I know that God has a reason for bringing me here. I mean, so basically God brought someone into my life that actually helped me to apply to school, and then I got the letter within a month. I applied September ending, started over September ending, not that I started applying September ending. I started over September ending. I got my letter October ending. So God has been really faithful, and He actually answered my prayers. In my prayer request, I was like, God, if you don't want this thing for me, like, let the entire thing just even end. Like, I'm tired. But thankful to God, I got my school fees refund back. I got only 85% refund back, and here we are today. So I literally picked myself up again, and with the help of God, I was able to renew, God literally renewed my strength. My mom followed me again. I traveled to Abuja from Ibadan almost like 4 or 5 times, and yet my mom still kept on following me. My dad kept on paying for our transportation there, and God has been really faithful. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie at all. If you see my videos, I'm always talking about my faith in God and how He has been helping me and all of that. But trust me, that faith was really shaking. It was really, really shaking. But still, God is good. God is good. If you're interested in a breakdown of how much it cost me to get here, let me know. But I don't want to say it in this video because it's gonna be too long, and I said I don't want this video to be too long. So that's basically all about my story time. It's more than this, but I don't want to talk too much because it's gonna be boring. But that's basically all about this vlog. So like, share, and subscribe.